All right, why don't we get started today? Two demi-pliés, two and a three and a four, two tendus. Two demis and a three and a four, one to first, one to fifth, two demis and a three and a four, one to first, one to second, Kong and a two, three and a four, five and a six and a seven and a eight, start over in two and a three and a four, two demis. One to first, one to fifth, back, two demis. So that's the version of our demi-pliés encore. Two tendus, two grand pliés in first. Give yourself a nice parallel stretch. Roll through in your first position. Let's have our arms up today. And that is it. And here we go. Two tendus and one, and close. Try to pass your first when you close your fifth, and one. Make the technique a little wider if you like. One. Here we go to the other side, and go first and the fifth and the first and the fifth. Roll through your fifth, heels down. First and the fifth and the first and the fifth. Roll through your feet, heels down. First and the fifth and the first and the fifth. Roll through your feet, heels down. First and the two, we are coming from the back, so therefore our port de bras is reversed. Reverse, back, fifth, first, fifth, roll through, side, fifth, first, fifth, roll through, front, first and fifth, roll through your fifth, one and the two and the three and the four, five and the six and the seven and the eight. Let's roll through in second this time, with your arms in second, and there we are. And here we go. We feel these half points. 1 and 2. Roll through nice and soft. Heels down and forward and 2. Close behind and 5. And 1. To the other side, please, and make sure you relax your feet when you close them. Squeeze that back heel forward, especially when you come down. Let's go fifth half point and the fifth coupé and the fifth développé and the two dégagés. Fifth half point, fifth coupé, fifth développé and the two dégagés and the fifth half point, fifth coupé, fifth développé and the two dégagés. Let's go inside front, two outside side, two inside back, two outside side, two and the back and the heel and the back and the toes and the back, développé, two dégagés, front and heel, front coupé, front développé and the two dégagés, side, heel, side, coupé, side, développé, two dégagés, two inside back, two outside side, two inside front, two outside side. That's all it is. We'll go to the left afterward. And here we go, really for these nice tight fifth positions. And one, your heel, and two, your toes. Developé and dégagé. Little quicker there. Destination fifth and down. There we go, and out, in. One. These are just tendus. Now two dégagés. Two front, back, sorry, my bad. Two side. Two front. Two side. And one, two. Jane, I think you were right. I looked at the wrong person there and close twice. Front, two. Each one changes. Change back and the front. Now two back. Now two side. These are dégagés. And relax. Alright. Jane, all the way up to the développé, they are tendus. After the développé, they are dégagés.
Okay.
And then the last set, the insides and outsides are also dégagés. So it's a tendu dégagé combo. And yes, our first set with our inside dégagés would start inside front. I apologize. I looked at Gregg and thought for a second that he was right. Okay, here we go.
No, I started the wrong way.
Yes, you did. Okay, here we go. Yeah, destination fifth. How quickly can you find your fifth out of all of these tendus and dégagés and coupés? And so accents down and in. Close twice and two inside front. Two. And one. That's it. Make sure your arm stays active throughout pulling away from you. One. And you do this to your arm on the bar. Let's go 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, PK, 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 close fifth, first and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, back in the front and the back and the front, PK and 6 and 7 and close, passe flat, close plie, back in the front and the back and the front, PK front and the side and the back, close fifth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Front and the back and the front and the back, PK and the 6 and the 7, close front, passe rallye. Close fifth. No, actually, let's just stay there. That's all it is. 4 balançoires. PK start from the back the first time around. Close fifth. 8 dégagés to first. Reverse, back and the front and the back and the front. PK front and the side and the back and the close. Passe and flat. Then reverse the whole thing. Really feel the floor. Nice, quick toes. And here we go. And 1, 2. Make sure you push your toes into the floor instead of lifting legs. Passe flat. Close. Oh. Passe rallye. Before you pass it, there are no dégagés to the side. You only do the move.
I thought I did something funny.
Yes, and that was exactly it. All right, here we go. Left side, please. So you only get your 8 dégagés once per set. And then you're replacing them with the passé itself. Here we go. Nice quick toes. Passé flat. Close and open. Really push down, 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 down. Just a little bit more tension there in your passaging. Don't let these toes not press into your knee when you're having your balance. Okay. Hold the breath forward and 2 and the 3 and the 4 on the jambs and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 on the jambs and 6 and 7 and the 8 to the bar, 2 and the 3 and the 4 on the oil and 6 and 7 and the 8 demi-plié to coupé to passé to relevé. Close your fifth. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 rends and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 forward and 2 and the 3 and the 4 on the or 6 and the 7 and the 8 away from the bar. 4 more on the jambs en dedans. Plié, arabesque, coupé, passé, relevé into your parallel stretch. That is all it needs to be. Maintaining that nice tension between your passé and your standing leg. Okay, here we go. Keep your fifth nice and active and squeezy throughout your port de bras, and of course for your allongés before you go. we go. To the other side, please. And feel both sides of your body opening away from your center. And over. Careful where the elbow is. And stretch. Shall we try this one again? 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Half turn, close your fifth. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Feel your à la seconde, close fifth. Especially for people that like to make it a half turn too. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Was it a flick flag? I don't remember.
Yesterday it was.
Okay, thank you. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Flick flag en dedans and the open. Let's go plié fouilleté today. Close your fifth so you can reverse it on the other side. Back in the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Plié relevé. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. This is a plié half turn en dedans so you don't bang your foot on the bar. Side in the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Flick flag en les hauts plié. Fouilleté en dedans. Close your fifth. We are on the other side. Front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 plié relevé. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 plié fouilleté. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 flick flack. Plié fouilleté on the or. So that goes the opposite way of your flick flack. Be careful. Close your fifth. Reverse on the other side. Back 2, 3, 4 plié. Plié relevé quick. Oh yeah, half turn. You're right. You're right. You're right. Me wrong. 2, 3, 4. Fouilleté. Side 2, 3, 4. Flick flack. Fouilleté en dedans. So that goes the opposite way. Correct. Done. Is that all making sense? So you really need these à la séquence in your fouilletés, especially the one out of the flick flack. Otherwise, it's going to be somewhat laborious to get around. Okay. How's Jane doing?
So, the first foot clack is
On the dome because you're coming from fifth position back.
and
And then from there, the fouilleté is on the oar. So you need a strong à la seconde when you finish your flick flack to fouilleté on the opposite way of your flick flack.
so I'm reversing it still on the same side I started on.
No, you shouldn't be.
Okay.
So we're here, front 2, 3, 4, you're on the other side. Back 2, 3, 4, fouilleté gets you to the other side. Side 2,
okay.
3, 4. Flick flack en dedans. Fouilleté to the other side, close.
I thought the first one was just a releve.
And I misspoke a couple of times because that's a different version of the combination that is in my head.
One is
The first one is a half turn on the oar, like yesterday.
here? Or
No, to the front. Yes, correct. Now the second one is a fouilleté on the oar. Yes, correct. The third one is a flick flack en dedans. Right. And the fourth one is a fouilleté on the oar again. And close. That's it. There's got to be at least one of these in this on this bar. Let's go slowly at first, keeping in mind that we do want to speed it up the second time around, just so we make sure everything is where it needs to be. Here we go, and easy 1, 2, 3, 4 demi-plie. Half. Make sure you don't lose your closing on one. Remember to let go in your plie. Close. Side 1. Plie, flick, flick, en dedans. Plie, fouilleté en dehors. And there's time for a little balance right there. And a 5, 6, 7. Close. Ah, 1. Keep your legs nice and low, open just below your knee. And a 1. Feel your eyes are strong. Side 1. And a plie, fouilleté en dedans. Tiny balance. And finish. That's it. You're good, you're good, you're good. Yeah, Jane, make sure you're not engaging your knee too much. Keep it all below 45 degrees. Especially when it comes to these half turns and fouilletés. Yeah, nice and low. Because it will get quicker once we did the left. Yeah, careful with your closing arm, Greg, especially with that first half turn. Don't let it trail and then slap you around, so to speak. Okay. Are we good to do the other side? Okay, here we go. Oh, well, nice and low. That's it, straight to floor. Make sure we don't fake these frappes. That's it. And back. And 1, that's it. 2, and 3. Plie, flick flacks from elbows. And 1. Fouilleté. Yes, close. Here we go, back 1. Now a little quick spot would be helpful for your fouilleté probably. Side 1. And maybe a similar spot for your flick flack. And heel forward. try this double speed right and left, both together. If you do everything the way it is supposed to be done, there should not be a problem with that. Jane, you should make a little contact with the floor a little bit sooner. So strike more down. Think almost like your frappe goes through fifth, rather than something out there. So it's a real true strike. Yeah, exactly. So we really activate these toes. Okay. Here we go. Good luck. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. For you two. 1, 2, 3. Try not to get stuck in your pliés. I guess there's nothing wrong with taking a little break between sides. Jane, try not to get stuck in your pliés. Yeah, you plie to go somewhere else. Okay, let me know when you're ready. You can make it even a little smaller and economical. All right, here we go. Relax your neck. And 1. The other way for you to go. Oh, aha. That's it, right. Good, you're good, you're good, you're good. You don't have to do it twice, unless you absolutely want to. Okay. And here we go. Alright. Double whammy there. Good job. Okay.
Did I just miss a whole half of it?
No, you didn't. Gregg, for whatever reason, decided to do overtime.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I did?
Yes, you did.
Well,
You did it.
silly me.
Bill. I thought it's a compliment. Okay. Let's go fondue to the front and passé. Temps lié, close. Developé 2 and 3 and 4, port de bras forward with plié this time. Fondue and 2, passé, balance and 4, 5 and 6. You can time this any which way you like. Developé arabesque 3 and 4, back with plié. 7 and 8, fondue to the side, passé, balance, 5 and 6. You can go as late as 8. Developé 2 and 3 and 4 to the bar. 7 and 8, circle port de bras 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Inside coupe attitude, stay. Stretch last moment, close. We are done. We'll go to the left afterwards. So you have one fondue. Passé balance can be as short as 4 counts, can be as long as 6. 2 temps liés out of it, forward and back. Developé front, port de bras forward. Did it to the back, did it to the side. 1 circular port de bras to the bar, 1 inside leg attitude balance, and there we are. Fondue, plié, passé, stay, temps lié, temps lié. Developé front, port de bras forward. Are we good, Craig?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. 6, 7. There we go. Formu and 2. Passé and 4. You have all 8 counts for this phrase. 2 temps liés, 7 and 8. Développé. Up and over back. And over. Third and 2. Close 5th front. Circular port-de-bras. Feel your corners and walls. And 2. Inside plié coupé attitude. Take your time. Push into the floor with your toes. Lift your knee. Heel goes down. Allongé from your wrist. That's it. And close. All right. Jane, when you're closing the attitude, aim a little bit more for a more crossed 5th rather than going first and then correcting it. It's just a matter of the path of your leg, once it's straight, to come down, knowing that it wants to be in a nice tight 5th when it closes. Right. Small detail, but important detail. Okay, here we go. Left side, please. And... Grand battement front and the grand battement front, développé, 1 cloche and stretch and the close, side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 2 cloches and stretch and the close, back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, développé, cloche, attitude, stretch and the close, first one doesn't change and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7, soutenu, 8 and the grand battement, développe, attitude, stretch, close, 1 to the side, 2 to the side, 2 cloches, number 3, stretches, back in the 2, 3 and the 4, develop, cloche, stretch, close, 1 to the side, and other 1 to the side, 2, 3, 2, 1, straighten your other side, that's it. Keeping in mind that you always want to use the floor to lift your legs, with exception of that develop here, of course. And here we go. One. Develop, through, stretch, and set. Remonte to the side and 3 clutches. 1, 2, and 3. Soutenue and finish. Alright. Okay. Let's have a nice little stretch before we come to the center. What do you say? tendu and the 2 and the 3 plie, coupé, back foot comes forward and the back, and the 2 and the 3 coupé comes forward, side, and the 2 and the 3 coupé goes to effacé, chassé forward, brush it through, tendu, close, back, and the 2 and the 3, front foot comes back, front and the 2 and the 3, front foot comes back, equity, 2 and the 3, front foot comes to effacé, tend lié, back, brush it through, well, it's a chassé back, tend lié, forward, back, and the close. Do we need that one more time? Front and the 2 and the 3, back foot, so they are like soutenus. Back and the 2 and the 3, coupé. Écoute front and the 2 and the 3, coupé to your effacé angle. Through your fifth to a chassé. Tendu through, one tendu, close fifth. Then you can reverse it back. And the 2 and the 3, it's always the other foot picking up. Front and the 2 and the 3. In this case, it's the same one picking up. Side and the 2 and the 3. To your effacé angle, chassé back, brush through, tendu, close. I did that kind of wrong this time. Close, equity 2 and the 3. Yes, it is this one. I'm so sorry, because this is our effacé. Brush through, tendu, close.
So, and
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm. And I know your back foot picks up. For your on the oar set, it's always your back foot picking up and going on the oar. For your reverse set, it's always your front foot picking up, going on the down. No, that wasn't on the down, that wasn't on the, not, where are you? Are you in your first set or in your last set?
I'm in the first set
Okay.
with the reverse. So here, here,
Yes, back.
here.
No, you have to you have to pick up your back foot each time for your coupé turns. That was your front foot. There.
Oh,
Yeah, it's your back foot going from back to front. So it's like a soutenu. Yes, correct. Now you're going écarté front. Again, your back foot picks up and you go to your effacé corner. No, the first time you go forward, tend lié forward under effacé angle. There we go. Brush it through. Tend lié. Close. Now you're ready to reverse it. Who is that doggy back there?
that's
Did you pick
Anna's
up?
dog.
Did you pick up another one?
That's Anna's.
What
That's
a
Huffy.
what a cutie, Huffy. What a cute name. Then when we reverse it, you're always picking up your front foot and you're switching it to the fifth position back.
So when you reverse it, the first turn is on the down and the
All,
second on
all
the
turns are on the down. All turns are on the down because in our first set, all turns were on the oar.
Oh,
Is that making sense? So regardless of what you do, you always pick up your front foot. You always go on the down, heel forward, close fifth, back. That's right. Same thing there. So it's nope. Same front foot. So it's the same one that just did your tendus. That is your right. Yes. Now the same foot picks up. Yes. But yes, écarté back. That's right. The same foot picks up again. And you're going to the other corner.
here.
Yeah, now chassé back. Brush it through, tend lié back. There we go. Close. Yes. How's Greg doing?
Okay, I think.
Okay, should we mark this? So the golden rule is in the first time all turns are on the oar, all coupés pick up from fifth position back and come forward. When you reverse it, it's obviously all on the down. brush it through Tonley. That's it. Let's give it a mark. Let's see if we can survive. Oh, we good. Here we go, destination fifth. Keep these coupés super tight. You don't need to bend that knee. It's already bent in your plie. All you need to do is relevé and squeeze. Okay, and here we go. That's it. Find the floor immediately. That's it. That's it, 2, 3, front foot and 1. How tight can you keep your feet? That's it, great. How tight can you keep it? Back, brush through, tenlier, close. Okay, it's a nice thing that Mr. Plumpton gives us always extra music. Just make sure you feel that coupé back before you chasse out of it. And this really wants to be a chasse, so that means you actually transition through fifth before you brush through and then tenlier. That should make it just a tad easier. Let's remember we have a closing arm and an opening knee, or a closing arm and a heel pushing forward when we do our en dedans. All right. And let's remember that our closing arm really should be called our closing fingertips, instead of using shoulders and elbows and whatever other body part we can use to get ourselves illegally around. Okay, here we go. Left side, please. And... yourself, that's good. Back, through, tenlier, and close. And you know, one of the problems, of course, is if you don't have your weight exactly on both feet, it always makes it really difficult, because most likely you will stand on the wrong foot, and then it is less evident which one picks up, because it's already really unusual stuff. I guess we probably should have this one more time.
Okay.
Yeah. Really make sure you maintain your turnout during these coupé turns, especially en dedans. Okay. Always anticipate slightly, be a little tiny bit quicker than the music. This way you buy yourself that extra tenths of a second. Okay. Here we go. One more time. Use the floor, use your toes. As soon as we start cheating, it's not going to work any longer. I can almost guarantee that. Here we go. just that last coupé there, Craig. Don't yank your knee and then your foot is going somewhere. Yeah, that last one needs to squeeze like all the other ones.
This is
Your front foot picks up. I'm not sure if you, no, that was an under turn.
so this is
Heel forward and go. That's exactly right. This way you can maintain your coupe strong instead of knee goes and then your foot goes somewhere and no, you're losing control over it.
right.
Okay, let's do the other side one more time. Okay, Jane, I think your body knows the combination exactly. Now just let it do its work.
I don't feel that way, but
So maybe try it. I know trust is one of the most difficult things to accomplish, especially trust in oneself. Okay, here we go. Forward through and totally. That's it. Really keep that heel active, Greg. Keep that standing leg heel active in your turn. Yes. Yep. Better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of work, especially coming from the front, for these underdone turns to maintain your turn out. Mean and nasty and rotten. How about that adagio from yesterday one more time? Or are we totally sick of it? Port de bras, 2 and 3 and 4. Développé to the front. Second port de bras, 2 and 3 and 4. Développé écarté front. Third port de bras, 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Plié attitude. Relevé. Failli pas de bruit. Enchaînement. Fourth port de bras, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Lengthen, extend yourself. Fifth port de bras, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Close, développé, écarté back, however close behind. One move forward, one line from your toes to your fingertips. Step back onto a straight knee, technically speaking. So you really have to push yourself off your front foot. Circular port de bras, développé front, relevé, tombé forward, close. Then we stop, take a little breather because it's very long before we go to the other side. Are we good to give this a mark? Yes, that's right. Plié attitude, relevé failli. Pas de bruit maintenant. Chassé forward, switch your arm, twist arabesque. Lengthen close. Chassé forward, tiny circular. Right? That's only a 4 counter. Développé écarté, back. Another tiny chassé forward, all the way down, step onto a straight leg. Technically, Gregg, step onto a straight back leg. If you want to bend it, because it's easier, not a big deal. I'm just trying to be accurate here. Yes, correct, it should be that. to make it a real 6 port de bras. Then circular port de bras again. Develop here front, relevé tombé.
Okay.
Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
All right. Feel your arms. Nice flourish in the end there. So after you développé, tombé, stretch, plié, nice floaty en dehors turn, close and finish. All right, let's not forget to breathe and all of that. Try to dance it. Okay, here we go. And good, 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 good. Just make sure that single turn finishes in fifth instead of just going somewhere. So don't lose contact with your standing leg in your passé. Let's take advantage of that always neglected port de bras from allongé through first to pick you up into your développés or into your port de bras. Is that making sense? Instead of just formally closing your arms to first, use these fingertips to pick yourself up. All right. Very good to do the other side. And here we go. Really feel the volume. Fill the space instead of taking up space. Okay. It's right there. And the same thing again with your développé. Fifth back, not fifth front. Okay. So much for our ventures through the Vaganova jungle. Let's have four balances. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 chassé, forward, plié, pirouette to your fourth, forward and back. 4 times today, chassé, forward, plié, pirouettes. 2 fourth again, side, and 2 and 3. 4 chassé, forward and 6. Attitude en dehors, tendu, plié, attitude en dedans, 2 fourth, sous-sous. we could pick up a passé from there to step into our left balance. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, chassé forward, plié en dehors, forward and back 2 times, chassé forward, plié en dehors. Again, side and 2 and 3 and 4, chassé forward, plié, attitude en dehors, tendez back, fourth, attitude en dedans, 2 fourth, 1 sous-sous, pick up your passé. That's it.
So the balances front are side to side, and then the other 2 are forward and back.
Yes, correct. So we are switching back and forth between being en face sideways and under diagonal forward and back with the balances. Are we good to give this a mic?
Yeah.
And really let yourself loose a little bit with these balances. That's why they're there. Really can twist. And forward. Really feel the different diagonal, special. Is it all making sense?
Okay.
And let's not forget the attitude turn finishes in fourth, like yesterday, the en dedans attitude turn. Okay. And here we go. Make sure there's a coupé before passé 3. And side to side. Easy head and toes. Tony. Fourth. Susu. Passé last moment. Okay. And a 3. And 4. And a 5. Yeah, make sure that both legs squeeze evenly in that fifth. Otherwise, yes, you will have to bourrée. There's just no way out of it. First and the fifth and the first and the fifth and the second and the fifth and the second and the fifth and the fifth and the fifth and the fifth. Tendu, plié, en dedans, close fifth. Jump to first. First and the fifth and the first and the fifth, second and the fifth and the second and the fifth, changement and the 2 and the 3, tendu, plié, en dedans, fifth. Jump back to first. And let's have our arms up in this on the down turn. First, fifth, second, fifth, fifth, tendu. Plié, jump to first. So you really want to make sure that your on the down turn lands in fifth, plié, to be able to jump out of it back to your first. Let's give this one mark. What do you say? Fifth, second, fifth. Change. First, fifth. Second. Change. All right. And here we go. Nice and light. Remember your toes are first. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeah, Jane, just remember toes first, not hips. Don't be quite so eager to get up into the air, you know what I mean? It's this much, but this much makes all the difference in the world. Yeah, toes, 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 toes. If it were really mean, we would repeat that combination on half point, but we won't. But if you wanted to play with that, you actually could do that. It's similar to our Energizer Bunny exercise, where you basically land on half point. It's slightly abrasive, slightly, but it's a good exercise to just feel your toes.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
If I were really mean, we would be here. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. So you only can use. That is what I also mean. It is slightly abrasive. So if you want to play with it, be careful not to get any inflammations in your toes and balls of your feet. But it's a good exercise to just isolate your toes and to see how high you can jump from a releve and land on the releve again.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That
Right.
ship has sailed.
But that is the ultimate test about your toe strength. Right. But with pliés. I mean, you don't have to do it without pliés. That is the Energizer Bunny from flat, yes. But if you're on that's exactly, but point your toes. Right now you're not pointing your toes at all. That's right. That's it. Right. Correct. Can you feel how it activates down there?
Yeah, but I feel like I need to have something to hold on to just in case.
Oh, I see. I don't think you would. Alright, this one works. Sous plié si son glissade. Ha ha ha. Sous plié si son glissade. Sous plié si son glissade. Sous plié si son glissade. Assemblée, glissade, assemblée. Yes, fifth plié si son glissade. Fifth plié si son change glissade. That's it. 1 and 2 si son glissade. Assemblée, glissade, assemblée. That gets you to the other side. Guess why we just talked about toes.
Okay.
All right. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is when I taught in other class at the studio here, there was one girl walking up to me and said, for the first time in my life, I felt glissade landing on 2 feet because you said, feel it like a seesaw. So I hope that effect would maybe not be just for her. Okay. It might be a nice trick, but I'm not so quite sure about it. So you're becoming my guinea pigs here. All right. Let's mark it once. It is relatively quick, so be aware of that. Come here. There. So you really need some fairly responsive toes for this one. Everything lands in fifth. That is the most important thing. Every fifth is on the beat. Okay. Good luck. Here we go. And one. Good, Craig. Jane, Cisan is like a temps de cuisse.
Yeah, especially on the left.
So basically, all you hold on. You land on 2 feet.
Yeah, I'm thinking about changing it, and it doesn't want to go out. It just wants to go behind me.
And that probably has to do with the fact that in any Cisan, the leading foot needs to be super active. So you actually can push yourself off, and the leading foot gives the direction. So think it like, yep, there. Yes, correct. There is your Cisan.
No, it wants to brush.
Right. No, there is no brushing in a Cisan. That is the nasty thing about it. Let's go. Craig, why don't we indulge the lady a second here? Changement, 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 Cisan and Cisan. Changement, changement, open them both, push yourself over, push yourself over. So your Cisan travels toward your front foot. So 2 changements, then basically keep doing 2 changements, but open your legs a lot wider, like you'd like to open them in your glissades. Then push just a little bit harder so you're traveling toward your front foot. And again to the other side. So there are 2 of them, that's right. Are we good to give this a mark? How's good? I see doubt in Portland.
I think I forgot what it was.
It's 2 changements.
And then bigger and bigger, and then what? So
yes,
it's
correct.
5 altogether.
Right, so it gets bigger with each set. 2 changements, 2 open your legs evenly, 2 Cisan, so you have a little bit more time for the Cisan because it's going to be the same tune.
Oh, 2 Cisans.
Yes, correct.
Let's mark it. Change.
It does not. You're absolutely correct.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to confuse Jane any further. All right, let's give it a mark. It's the same tune, so it's also the same speed. So it's always evenly pushing off the floor from both feet. Okay, here we go. And that's a jam. Yes. Yes. There, and go. That almost was a Cisan if you would just push yourself toward your front foot. But during the combination, there were actually a couple of good ones in there. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
You too.
And I will be seeing you on Monday.
Have a good trip. Let us know when you get there.
Okay, I will.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm going to Colorado Springs just over the weekend.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good, enjoy.
I will or not. We'll see. Oh, okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.